Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the show. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I believe this is myth number 5. Black players dominate overseas. Dominate, maybe. Respected, not always. Black excellence is sometimes viewed as a threat, not an asset. Dang, that's a bar. Black excellence is sometimes viewed as a threat, not an asset. One more time for the people in the back. Black excellence is sometimes viewed as a threat, not an asset. Is there an unspoken ceiling for how far a black player can rise on a foreign team? Very interesting perspective of how far you're willing to be able to be as good as you can be on a set team or situation. I will give you a real life example of this pertaining to me. Situation I went through. Now, if you follow the show and the podcast, you will know that I was in Argentina recently, and I have felt that I was overqualified for the position that I was in, which is I was in the backup position, but I did not play as a backup. I was showing that my skill set was of a star player. Or not even a star player, but a star player on this team and a leading player on this team. I went from averaging off the bench, playing minimal minutes, 4 points for the first half of the season, to getting a starting role in about 3 months and becoming the second leading scorer on the team within a matter of months, strictly because of the skill set that I had in this particular team. However, disregarding how well I played, I was not able to keep the starting role because that belonged to someone else. And some teams, organization, countries, they will put their locals over black players or players in general. Like I said, I'm only speaking of black players because I'm speaking of myself. And they will put those type of players, their players, over them, not based on how good you are, but based on the merit of who you are. Doesn't matter how good you are, your skills, or how good you are. In this situation, I don't care how good you are. You're going to come off the bench and you're going to play minimum minutes because the person that we have in front of us is the person that we want for the job, not you. You are a starter player. That may be true. However, it doesn't matter because we're not asking you to be the star player. We're asking you to be the role player. We don't care how good you may be as a role player. We want you to stay in your role. Stay in your role. You may be better. You may be better for the position. You may be better in this role. You may help the team out even more at you being the starter, but that is not what we want. We want you to be a backup role player, minimize yourself and just fit this role. And that is what we are content with. That's what we are content with. And that's what they want from you. And sometimes that's just the way it is. And you have to disassociate yourself from what it is where you're at and the job at hand. Sometimes what they're asking of you, that is what is required of you. And a lot of us who are, even if you're, a lot of people in that role, you're a competitor. You're a competitor. So you don't want to accept that role. You want to thrive. You want to hoop. You want to dominate. You brought me here to dominate. Don't diminish me because of the color of my skin or my skills or where I come from. Don't judge me based on my character, not by the color of my skin. Didn't Martin Luther King say that? One day I wish for a day that my kids will be judged by their character and not the color of their skin. Basically saying it's the same holds true today as it did back then of when he said it. It's pretty much the same basis. Like, judge me on what I bring to the team, not based on my color of skin and based on of me not being here. But it's just a truth that is what it is. You may be one of the most valuable assets on the team, but that's not what they brought you there for. Doesn't matter. That go back to that. Black is viewed as a threat more than it looked at as an asset. And I could say, like, even in that situation when I was on the team, the guy that I was playing behind, he viewed me as a threat in the beginning. And one thing I do, and I know for sure, is I sense energy. And I could sense the energy of envy and just resentment towards my way because we played in the same position. And I guess he believed that I was coming for his spot because of my skill set. My skill set was outplaying his skill set, and he's looked at as the guy. And now you have someone that's basically challenging you in your play, that is outplaying you effortlessly, strictly on the merit of my skill and just my will of who I am. I'm not trying to go out and be anyone other than who I am. And if that leads to me being one of the best players on the team, what's wrong with that? But you have to really disassociate that concept in your mind and just keep pushing forward towards you being yourself, because the envy will come towards your way. Like I said, me and the guy that was playing ahead of me, he started feeling envious towards me. He started feeling like, and we didn't speak. The energy was super bad and negative, and feeling like, oh, you're not this, da 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 da. It's like hidden messages in the air of energy, because energy don't lie. Energy doesn't lie. It will tell the truth in any situation at all times. Someone walk up to you, they don't have to say a word. The energy that they portray from them will let you know everything that you need to know. And it's very, very rare that I know from myself that the energy has lied to me about a person, a place, or a thing that's going on. The energy in the air is going to tell the truth of that person and situation, no matter what other words coming out their mouth. The energy that they portray to you and they give off to you is going to really tell you about that person. There's been people I've walked in the first 5 seconds I felt them before they had to say a word of anything. You feel their energy, you feel what they're about. And in this situation, I felt that. And that's just a sad reality sometimes, that you could be so good. You could just be so good that people just can't stand you. Their demons are upset about the good light and energy that you portray from yourself, and it bothers them. Your good energy bothers their demons. Always remember that. It bothers something inside of them that they are trying to hide from themselves. Especially when you come off with good energy and good, that's all you can ever do is, at the end, keep being the good energy and light that you are, to drown out the negativity that people want to give to you and bring around you. You have to stay locked into your pure energy that of your belief in being yourself, because you're focused on yourself. Once you focus on bettering yourself and focusing on just you being the best version of yourself, the people who are meant to be around you will gravitate towards you, and the people who are not meant to be around you cannot last long in your presence. It just will not mix. So you just have to continuously focus on being yourself. Now, granted, I will say, me and this guy in this current situation did come to, I wouldn't say come to an agreement or nothing, but he realized that I'm not out to be your worst. I'm not here to combat you. We're on the same team to win together. Whatever that may be, whatever that entails, I'm here working with you. Yes, I am good. Yes, I am talented. Yes, I'm great at what I do. Yes, I may be better than you, but we are on the same team. We are all working towards the same goal. And once he realized that, and he realized that the way I come in every single day with a good energy, positive attitude, I ain't gonna say every day. For the most part, I'm a positive, high energy, smiling, just good energy, high inspiration type of person. That's just who I am at the core. And you cannot deny me my energy that I portray out into the world, because this is something that I ask from God. This is something that the universe has put in me, that I can portray the energy source that I have in me to be a light and a help to anyone around me. You can't deny me that. No one can deny me that right to let my light shine. You either going to get blinded by it and it's going to disturb you, or you're going to be attracted to you is going to be attracted to you, and you're going to draw closer to it. But I can only walk my road. I can only be who I've been called to be. I can only go down my own path and do what I've been called to do, regardless of what anybody else thinks, feel, or says about me. And that's how we should all move on our own accord. On our own accord.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe on our YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and wherever you listen to your podcast. I greatly appreciate it.